Patrick,
Hi, Ip.
good to see you again for another Montessori Sports Talks.
It has been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I think it's almost a year ago.
I think so. We're in February 2023 right now. New setting.
New setting.
Where are we?
We are at my home, in my living room, at a small village close to Amsterdam. And I think, I like this environment. It's more natural. It's fresh. So off to a fresh start for new Montessori Sports Talks.
Yeah, I agree. And thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we have today?
Today we have a good friend of us, or at least he is one of the students on the course. He graduated last December, I think November,
so.
December.
Yeah.
He is from the US. His name is Santiago, and he's from Houston.
Yeah, and he's his background I think is in soccer, but he is very interested in Montessori now. So he combines Montessori with being a sports coach as well.
Let's have a look. He is doing a presentation for two boys.
Yeah, second plane.
Second plane, one is older than the other. I think they're brothers. I assume, but I don't know. Or they twins, but I think they differ in age.
I think the same.
All right, I paused the video because if we look at the second plane of development, the most important characteristic is that the children are social explorers. So they need to be able to explore social relations. This activity is more or less individually based. If you think of second plane, I would recommend to do something where they need to work together. However, to practice your skill and keep practicing your skill, this activity can be done as well. But it's good to have to notice that the children in the second plane are do need environments where they can explore social relations.
Yeah, I think they are going from I am to we are. Age of justice, age of reason, and Montessori environments offer the possibility to cooperate. In traditional sports settings, parents, coaches, they expect that the adult instructs and that there is no time to chat, no time to solve problems, but you have to move all the time, or at least you have to be active physically.
Yeah.
And the Montessori environment suits these needs of the children to cooperate. So there is room to do that. On the other hand, to practice your skill, this is a great activity. It's also a nice presentation by Santiago. He's able to show this skill. It's a nice environment as well. It's outdoors. It's grass. I can see they're walking barefoot.
So what stood out to me is that they're walking barefoot. However, the guide is not.
Yeah.
So I would also recommend, if you do a presentation, just go barefoot yourself. Also because it will allow you to check if the environment is safe enough for the children.
True. So safety, of course. Then it also has other benefits to go barefoot. That goes for children. It goes for adults as well. Um,
Yeah, there are many benefits to being barefoot. We'll put a link in the description of this video, which you can find below the video. There are many health benefits of walking barefoot and development of the senses of your feet.
yeah, it is positive for your body posture, so your ankle, knee, hip, back alignment,
Mhm.
stability. It has a lot of benefits, and I will share some links.
Mhm. Let's continue because
There's
you
more.
can see, yeah, different skill levels.
Yeah.
So if we talk about a state of flow, and the state of flow is to match the skill level with the challenge, then you can see that if the skill level is too high for the challenge, or at least the challenge that is provided is too low, children will get bored.
Yeah.
And I
So that
think
happens.
this is a nice example because the
The
older
one
the older one,
who's coming now. I think it's too easy for him.
yes,
So there he there he goes. He shoots on
yeah,
some kind of target. For the younger one, you can see difference in pace.
mm-hmm.
And here, I think the ball is slightly too heavy for him.
Yeah. But what I like about Santiago is that he isn't threw off like of this that this is happening. He's just observing. He's keeping calm. Um,
Yeah, he's. I
in
think.
his presentation, he also didn't use any language, which often you see that there's instruction and movement at the same time, which can be confusing for children. So I always recommend to, if you do a presentation which is about movement, just stick to the movement and don't use any language.
If we can, because he's clearly observing. Let's step into the mind of Santiago,
Mm-hmm.
and to bring back the concept of flow in this activity.
Yeah.
Um, how could we increase the level of flow for both of the boys?
Well, from my experience, when you when you teach soccer or provide soccer environments, children are always interested somehow to score, to kick the ball in the goal. So I would definitely recommend to do something like that, to include a goal at some point, maybe at the end of the cones or at the end of the long sticks that they
Yeah.
need to go to zigzag through. I think it will keep them more engaged. And because you deal with two different skill levels, you might consider to offer different options along the way.
Yes, we add some freedom of choice regarding the type of skill.
Yeah.
So in this case, a practical example could be for the older, bigger boy to add some limitations or challenges. Only left foot, only right foot,
Mm-hmm.
for example. And for the younger one, a bit smaller one, instead of kicking the ball without a bounce, to add a bounce so that he can let the ball bounce, kick, catch.
Yeah.
Bounce, kick, catch instead of kick, catch in this case. And in our video library, we have some examples of
Mm-hmm.
this. So
Yeah.
for some inspiration or reference, you can go to the video library, second plane, and we have some activities.
Yeah, and the video library is on our platform, which can be found at montessorisports.com. Because this will be posted on YouTube as well.
Yeah. So
Um,
for more information, you can visit the website. Again, we'll do the link.
mhm.
Other ideas, more to change the activity to make it harder or easier or more interesting.
You could increase or decrease the size in between the cones. We can add
Different type of ball.
different type of ball. You can switch this ball for a smaller one.
Yeah. If you do a tennis ball, for example, much more challenging.
Yeah. Probably
Or
it's too challenging then
I think so
for
in this
the
case.
for the older one.
Yeah, but you have different sizes of ball. You have size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can also write down what in our eyes at least is suitable for the different planes
Of development.
development.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Well, and I think Santiago did a good job in terms of his presentation. Yeah, I would really consider to have a freedom of choice within the activity, and also think of a way how children need to work together in this activity, because it will better align with their plane of development.
yeah, so characteristics of the plane, freedom of choice that is strongly connected with the concept of flow, some kind of goal in the circuit, and keep the nice presentation, observation. Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Santiago, for sending this video.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in the next Montessori Sports Talks.
Mm-hmm.